Imagine building a life in America for years, working hard, raising a family, paying taxes, and then suddenly, immigration policies tighten, and thousands of people could be asked to return to the countries they once left behind. As the 2026 political debates heat up in the United States, immigration is once again one of the biggest topics in Washington. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly promised much stricter immigration enforcement if he returns to power, including what he once called the largest deportation operation in U.S. history, but who could actually be affected. Today, we're exploring 7 Asian countries whose citizens could be among the most impacted by tougher deportation policies in 2026. And some of these countries might surprise you. Country 1. India. India is currently one of the fastest growing immigrant communities in the United States. More than 4.8 million Indian Americans now live in the U.S., making them one of the largest Asian diaspora groups in the country. Most Indian immigrants arrive legally, often through student visas, tech jobs, or H-1B work visas. But there's another side of the story. In recent years, border encounters involving Indian nationals have surged, especially at the U.S.-Mexico border. Many arrive through complicated travel routes involving Latin America, Central America, and long migration journeys. If strict deportation enforcement expands, undocumented Indian migrants could become one of the largest Asian groups affected. And that could have major consequences for families, tech workers, and international students. Country 2. China. China has long been one of the biggest sources of immigration to the United States. From Silicon Valley engineers to international students, Chinese nationals play a major role in America's economy. But in recent years, the number of Chinese migrants crossing the southern border has dramatically increased. Many are escaping. Economic uncertainty, political pressure, limited opportunities at home. If stricter deportation programs target unauthorized migrants, Chinese nationals could face increased scrutiny. However, deportation to China can be complicated due to diplomatic and logistical challenges, meaning enforcement policies might look very different compared to other countries. Country 3. Pakistan. Pakistan is another country with a growing diaspora in the United States. Hundreds of thousands of Pakistani Americans live in cities like New York, Houston, Chicago, Dallas. Many arrive legally through education programs, skilled work visas, family sponsorship, but some individuals remain in the U.S. after visa overstays, which is one of the most common forms of undocumented immigration. If immigration enforcement focuses heavily on visa overstays, Pakistani nationals could be among those affected. This could create difficult choices for families who have lived in America for many years. Country 4. Bangladesh. Bangladesh has one of the fastest growing immigrant populations in the United States. Neighborhoods in places like New York City's Queens Borough now have large Bangladeshi communities. Many immigrants came seeking economic opportunity, better education, and a safer future for their families. However, just like with many immigrant groups, some individuals eventually fall out of legal status. If stricter immigration enforcement expands nationwide, Bangladeshi nationals without valid status could face higher deportation risks. And because many work in small businesses and service industries, this could affect entire local communities. Country 5. Philippines. The Philippines has one of the longest-standing immigrant communities in the United States. Filipino Americans number over 4 million people. They are heavily represented in professions such as healthcare, nursing, hospitality, and the U.S. Navy. Most Filipinos arrive through legal immigration channels. However, visa overstays still occur, especially among tourists or temporary workers. Under stricter immigration enforcement proposals, anyone without legal status could face removal proceedings, regardless of nationality. For Filipino communities deeply integrated into American society. This issue can be especially sensitive. Country 6 Vietnamese Americans represent another major Asian community in the U.S. Many families arrived after the Vietnam War, while newer generations came through. Student visas, family reunification programs, work opportunities in recent years. Immigration enforcement has occasionally focused on older deportation cases involving Vietnamese nationals with criminal records. Some proposed policies could expand deportation priorities to include broader immigration violations. If that happens, certain undocumented Vietnamese immigrants could face greater legal pressure. But deportations to Vietnam have historically been complex due to diplomatic agreements, which adds another layer to the debate. Country 7 Nepal might be one of the most surprising countries on this list. But over the past decade, the number of Nepali immigrants in the United States has grown rapidly. Many arrive through student visas, work programs, TPS protections have allowed some Nepali nationals to stay in the U.S. after natural disasters in their home country. However, immigration protections like TPS are often temporary and politically debated. If these protections expire while enforcement tightens, some Nepali immigrants could face difficult immigration decisions. It's important to understand something crucial. U.S. immigration enforcement does not target countries directly. Instead, it focuses on individuals who lack legal immigration status. The political debate around immigration, especially proposals linked to Donald Trump's campaign platform, centers on things like mass deportation plans, border security expansion, stricter visa enforcement, and faster removal processes. Supporters say these policies are necessary to protect borders and enforce the law. Critics argue they could separate families and disrupt immigrant communities. Either way, immigration will likely remain one of the most powerful political issues leading into the next U.S. elections. The future of immigration policy could affect millions of people worldwide. From India to Nepal, from China to the Philippines, many families are watching closely to see what happens next. But what do you think? Should countries focus more on strict immigration enforcement? Or should governments prioritize pathways to legal residency for long-term immigrants? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more global insights about immigration, travel, and international opportunities. Because the world is changing faster than ever, and the next opportunity might be just one country away.